Greetings, people. Wow, this is unusual, isn't it? Grumpy on a Saturday night. But yeah, I've decided I can't sit and let my channel with all you lovely subscribers and leave my channel just to stagnate because I'm not getting content up there. So, what I've decided to do is on every Saturday now, I'm going to have myself, or maybe not myself, maybe some of these guys who are going to jump on in a few seconds. I'm going to introduce you to them all, and spend an hour and have some banter and some chat and some fun and maybe some serious stuff, maybe some animal rights stuff, probably animal rights stuff because that's what we're all about, and that's what all these TikTokers are about. So this group of people I've slowly come to know over the past, I'd say, 12 months on TikTok. Um, we help each other. We're in various groups. And there's going to be other TikTokers going to join me as well. It's not going to be the same ones every week. It's going to be as many as I can get on to all show themselves and tell you all about themselves and show the pages. And in fact, there's a couple in the chat actually. One's already on. Vegan Looney, Sophia, Smotman, Michael Askew, always there. CDA activism, yo yo yo. So yeah, it's going to be a Saturday night thing at 6 o'clock every Saturday. We're going to bring on TikTokers here and there. We're going to chat and we're just going to talk and we're going to answer questions and yeah, and I want you to follow them. I want you to make an account on TikTok and have a nosy. You don't have to be active on there. It is very toxic for vegans. But it is worth being on there, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Glossop Vegan Online, welcome. David Marsh, how are you, mate? You're not far from me. Bit of chat going on there. Roger Yates. Hello, Roger Dodge. How are you? Vegan postmortem. Ooh, vegan postmortem. Ooh, that sounds a bit. We'll have to do a bit of a vegan postmortem on everyone as we go on through the evening. But yes, we're going to have a nice little hour. Introduce you to the guys. Chat about this and that. I'm looking very red-eyed. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning and I drove to Andover. 4.5 hour drive and 4.5 hours back. But so if I'm looking a bit tired, that's why. Either that or it's the vegan diet. What can I say? Right, well, listen. Let's bring on our first guest. Hang on a minute. What's this? I met you at Vegan Camp 2 years ago. Howdy. Are you talking to me, David Marsh? I think you are. It's no use. ADHD, mate. I've forgotten you as soon as I've walked away from you, so I'm really sorry about that. Right, let's bring on our first one. He's smiling away to himself. Now, this man is the man to ask if you've got any questions about what to do with potatoes. I will say no more. He's the man himself. It's Veganic Graham.
Hello.
There. Welcome to your first YouTube live on Grumpy Vegan Grandad's Chan. How are you feeling?
Not too bad. And yourself?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Do you want to tell people a little bit about yourself when you went vegan?
Yeah. I went vegan for the animals nearly 3 years ago. Watched Gary Orosky with my wife, Georgina. And yeah, once we got to the slaughter footage, connected with one of the animals that were sadly losing their lives, and something about their eyes just made me connect and rethink again. And ever since then, been vegan for the animals.
Is that you being unprofessional and not having your phone on silent when you're on a live stream, Graham?
That's Georgie. She just ran out of the room there.
Georgie. So Georgie is your wife.
She is, yeah.
Is she vegan?
She is, yeah. She went vegan just before we did.
We did. So what do you mean by we did?
Oh, me and the kids.
So how many kids?
Two.
2 kids. How old are the kids?
They're 13 and 11 now, and they were 8 and 10 when they went vegan.
Wow, so you're full family of 4 vegans.
Yes. Yeah.
Sweet, mate. That is great. I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. And this is your page. So, guys, I'm going to put the link in the chat. If you're on TikTok, please give this gentleman a follow, and we'll get his good lady's TikTok on later when she decides to show her face, if she decides to show her face. So, how do you find TikTok, mate?
Yeah, interesting. Interesting from a sociological point of view. Interesting from the support and the non-support. But it's fun. We get to talk to a lot of people. For example, last night we were playing vegan bingo, where we'd take a shot every time we'd hear a typical excuse. And yeah, so we have fun.
Hold on a minute, you took a shot of alcohol every time you heard one of the thingers.
Yeah, so we had a bingo card and a poll going. So one would be lions, one would be avocados and bees, one would be protein, B12. So yeah, it was fun but messy.
Is this why you were talking about the migraine in the morning?
Yes.
Yeah, because you've not recently got out of bed, have you? Is that correct?
No. I think about 3 hours.
Listen, I cannot say nothing because I'm having one of my 5 a day at the moment. So
I'm having a bit of water to rehydrate.
It's really nice to meet you. I know we've known each other for a long while, but I'm being an audience member. I'm just sort of pretending I don't know you so we can get to know you. You're in Ireland.
Yes, yeah.
Northern or Southern? I know which, but
Southern Ireland in a county called Meath. Originally from Dublin, capital of Ireland, and moved out here in 2018 for work and for a bit, get away from the city as well.
Right. Let me just take this off. So, could you tell me, please, before we bring on the next guest, right? What do you call a plant that grows out and has leaves on it?
A tree.
What's that?
3.
Ah, you did that on purpose.
I fucking knew that was coming. What do you call 3 trees?
I don't know. What do you call 3 trees?
Little forest.
Life is like a box of chocolates. Who's next? Who should we bring on next? It's your choice. Should we bring on male or female?
Female. Mix it up.
Females. Or do we have to? Do we have to?
It's your show, Dad.
This Dan's foiled. Yes, Michael Askew. Yes. Dan's foiled in his little funny racist joke. Yes. Oh, look, it's hey, I'm in the chat. James is up a height and half asleep. Tammy still isn't home, and I'm going to have to get into bed soon. I'll try and get on in a bit. All right, this is another one of our guests who was supposed to be on, but he's a family guy of a family of vegans again. But well, if not tonight, mate, we'll meet you next Saturday, so don't worry about it. But thanks for letting me know. Now, this lady is one of the first real good friends I had on TikTok. And when I first met her, I didn't really like her. But as time's gone by over the year and I've got to know her really well, I can't fucking stand her. But she won't leave me alone. So I'm going to bring her on right now just to get it over and done with. Hello, Laura.
Hello. You're so cruel, Danny.
I love you. You know this. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell everybody your name if you want to. Tell them where you are, where you're from, how long you've been vegan, and then we'll throw your page up.
Okay, so my name is Laura Griffith. I am originally from Birmingham, obviously. Lived in Dorset since 20...
Dorset? I thought you were from Devon.
Devon, sorry. Since 2010. Been vegan for nearly 6 years, and that's about it. I'm a TikToker, a vegan animal rights activist TikToker.
Hello, Vegan Mooncat. Vegan Mooncat's been hibernating for a long time. He's been hibernating. He's like me. He's been hibernating off YouTube. So let's get your page up.
Get my page.
I knew this be a nightmare. There we go. And Laura.
I'm on it.
Laura. Oh look, who's that there again? He's everywhere. He's He's like
Graham.
He's like a. Oh, who's that there? It's his eye. So this
It's
is
Danny.
it's your page, and I'm gonna put the link in the chat. So if you are on TikTok, please
Thank you.
give her a follow. So what are your thoughts on TikTok then? Because you've been on and you're amazing on there. You just like, I mean, I don't know who this is here. Who's that?
That's my cousin.
Is it? She's very beautiful.
She isn't she?
It's not you trying to be somebody you're not, is it?
No. It's my cousin. It's my cousin.
Is it? Okay, I'll let you off on that one.
Yeah, it's my cousin.
Oh, she's there again. Look, looking even.
I know.
What's going on here, Laura?
That's my cousin again.
Is it? Is she vegan? You've got to say yeah because she's well fit.
Yeah, she is.
That is an amazing filter. I mean, you're beautiful anyway, Lauren. You know I know you. You know I'm joking. You are beautiful, lady. You don't need filters, girl. You don't need filters. But
I don't know. By looking at them bloody pictures and the videos, I think I do.
No, you look amazing.
So what you, darling?
What y'all saying, people? What do you reckon? Laura with the filter or Laura without? Let me know. Bold glamour filter, Laura. The spiritual vegan says. Bold glamour filter. Is that what it was? The bold glamour.
Yeah. Oh, was it that filter? Yes. Yeah.
Interesting. And it gives us all. Well, that's the thing about it as well, isn't it? Is like all this social media does is give us a false idea about ourselves, a false narrative. You know, like the liver king with his muscles, and yes, you can be like me if you eat liver. Oh no, if you stick fucking steroids up your ass with a fucking needle, you dick.
And eat shitloads of supplements and all that bollocks. Yeah.
So we've got one more person to add to this lovely stream to make it a beautiful quartet. And he's also from your part of the country. And I don't mean Devon, Dorset. I mean Birmingham. Now, Andy, who I'm going to bring on in a minute, and Laura, who lives in Dorset, right? Actually made the trip and came, as you probably know if you've watched all the videos on my channel, up to Manchester Pig Save. All the way up. Laura came the furthest. Andy came the second furthest. And they came up and they did an amazing job over there on at Manchester Pig Save. So if they can make it, you guys need to start looking at yourselves. Not the ones across the pond, of course. I know that's a bit of a rowboat ride and it could take a bit of time. But if you set off now, you never know. But yeah, and Andy's a lovely guy. He's an amazing poet. He's a very, very strong activist. When I say strong, he doesn't mince his words. He's one of them that you don't cross or you stay away from when he's had a drink. Fuck girls, drink. Keep away from him. Well, anyway, let's bring him on. The lovely Andy. Hello, Andy.
How is everyone? All good?
Tell us a bit about yourself while you're here. While you've got the.
So my name's Andy. A lot of people know me as Not Your Mum, Not Your Milk, as that's kind of been it was never in my intended activist name. It was the name of the kids' book that I wrote, and then just kind of became my name as I started using that profile to be an activist, I suppose. So that's the name that most people associate me with. I've only been on TikTok about 10 months, but I've been vegan for 9 years.
Whoa, you beat me by 3 years.
Yeah, I was vegetarian for about 20 months before that. So I've not eaten meat for about 11 years, but I've been vegan for 9.
And you're in Brum? Are you in Birmingham or Black Country?
Just south of Birmingham. I'm in Redditch, which is actually Worcestershire.
Redditch, yeah. Oh, yes. I bet you're in.
Yeah, the easiest way of looking at it is I'm closer to, say, Droitwich, where the Animal Rebellion stopped the dairy protest during the summer, than I am Birmingham. That's like 11 miles, whereas Birmingham's probably more like 20.
Right. So there you have it, people. That's who we've got today. It may change next week. We may get the same people next week. We may get the same people and more people next week. But this is it. Boringham.
Not going to argue with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Boring.
To be fair, it's shit.
Yeah,
Why do you think I moved down here?
I live closer than most people and probably visit less. So
Yeah,
So
I'd probably visit more than you, and I'll never go.
hate the place. Yeah.
Shithole.
So let's talk about, first of all, this platform that is TikTok, right? Now, what I want you to do, right, when I go 3, 2, 1, I want you to say the answer to this, because I know we're gonna all say the same thing, right? So, for the past couple of months, what has been the one biggest thing the non-vegans have been firing at us?
Crop deaths.
Crop heads.
Or bees.
I waited.
This is this.
We haven't
this
got
is-
him. It's the same shit. Everyone knows. Crop
I
deaths,
was going to
bees,
say
which
crop
are just an
death.
extension of crop deaths at the end of the day. Yeah.
You know,
Since
this is what it's like dealing with unprofessional people who are not used to live streams, right? I told you
waited.
when I got you in the green room earlier, I said to you guys, I said I want professionalism. I want to be on the mark. We've got to be plush. We've got to be like David Rams. I've got to earn some money at this. You know what I'm saying? I've got to earn some dollar at this. Got to be plush. Got to be on the game. And you both ruined it. Both fellas ruined it. Just too eager. Crop deaths. We've got another. Oh, somebody's appeared. Should we do the introduction or should we just go down this route for a few minutes?
It's up to you. You are the boss.
Well, no, it's a conglomerate. Is that a word? Conglomerate.
Yeah.
It depends who it is.
It's him with the air, with loads of air.
Oh,
You know, he
okay,
made me
no,
jealous.
carry on. No,
Right.
don't.
So what happens on TikTok? Right. So the people who are uninitiated, and Roger Yates is on TikTok as well. Is that we have sort of phases of gotcha moments. I think that's a fair comment, isn't it? Gotcha moments. So at the moment, the gotcha moment is crop deaths. And they're using this study that says that 7.4 million, is it? Is it 7.4 million animals get killed in the farming of crops?
Oh, it was 1.3 trillion insects alone the other day.
Oh, was it? Well, the study that they...
I feel sorry for whoever's job it was to count them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
1.3 trillion sets of wings, I'm assuming, that they found on the field.
They stood there with a net and a torch at night.
It's just
What's
like,
your bridge of now? Keep still. A shit.
And
I think I've done
Okay.
that one, yeah. They get so many million in, they have to start again.
What's your favourite tractor? Mine is the Ferguson.
How have you found us?
How has Carrie found this?
Mine's the
Jesus.
Ferguson. The Ferguson is the best one. It's the best one, the Ferguson.
Mine is, talking of crop deaths, mine is the brand spanking New Holland that has built-in ultrasound emitters to scare away any wildlife that they can't see in the fields. Because, I mean, considering farmers and engineers and everyone just go out of their way to destroy life, it's funny that these companies are adding these things as standard, isn't it? But that's my favourite tractor.
Is these the animals that like just what they do is they see a tractor coming at 9 miles an hour and they all go, run me over.
Yeah. The ones that ignore the
Like
sound,
pheasants.
the vibration, and everything else first, and then just kind of freeze.
Yeah, of course they do. They just stand there and wait to get run over. Right, okay, let's bring him on because he's not there, right? So
Sorry, I'm still on my own, and James is still up, so I had to jump out because his tablet had a malfunction.
Oh, right. So are you okay now? Are you sure? I mean, there's always next week, my friend.
How
No,
big
because-
is that? Can you see where your headphone wire, Danny? Like literally, it looks like it runs down Kev's screen.
Oh yeah. Is that part of the door?
Go on, pull it.
There you go.
Oh, yes. Right, let's show. So while I'm doing this, Kev, you tell people who you are, how long you've been vegan, who you're with, what your family's all about. Because I think we've got 4 vegan families on here now at one time. So Let us know the script.
So my name's Kev. I'm from the northeast of England. I've been vegan for just over 3 years now. And yeah, our entire family is vegan. So me and my wife went vegan at the same time. And my eldest son went vegan after asking about the dairy industry when he was 4. And we told him in a very age-appropriate manner what has to happen for him to have dairy, which then led on to a conversation about other animals in agriculture. And my
How to get any girl's attention.
my youngest was just weaning at the time, so we just weaned him vegan. He was breastfed exclusively from birth, so the only consumption of animal products he's had is through the filtration of Tammy's body, to be fair, before we were vegan. So he's essentially going to be vegan for life with any luck. But yeah, I'm an activist in the northeast. I've done some grassroots stuff, but I'm focusing mainly online now because I tend to find that's where I get the most clout. That's worse without the audio than it is with the audio.
To not remain distracted, to be perfectly honest, because it seems to be perfectly in time.
The thing is, right, it's the same filter that Laura put on to make herself look beautiful.
No, it's not.
Oh my god! Right, I'm going to remove it now. You'll be glad to see. I'm just going to push that over.
That's quite disturbing without the audio on.
So we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 fully vegan families with children. Well, I mean, Laura, your child is grown-up child, but she's an activist as well, I believe.
Yep. She sure is.
And your young children are going to be activists if you're going to be anything like the dad, Andy.
Yeah. My eldest already wants to be an activist, to be perfectly honest. Like,
really?
That's kind of like, yeah, I mean, they did a thing at school not too long ago, and it was like, what do you want to be for a job? And he was like, an activist. And I was like, that's not a good choice of career, mate. Trust me.
not if you want if you want friends around you. Yeah, exactly.
And finances too. Not the greatest means of bringing in money unless you're one of a very few people. So yeah. Hopefully, you can have an actual job and be an activist on the side. But I mean, that's something that I always struggled with. I always found that most of the jobs that I've done, that activism sort of gets in the way. The job gets in the way of what I want to really be doing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and this is the thing as well. That's
the beauty of your job, Danny.
Well, you've got to think about your reputation, right? I mean, some people. If I was a trucker, right, and only a trucker, I'd do a lot more things than I do now. I'd be a lot more active in certain sides. I'd do a lot more animal rebellion. I'd do a lot more of this, a lot more of that. But the acting career, I need to think about my public profile. But do any of you guys have this problem? Are any of you guys in the job where you're nodding, Kev? Tell us about your situation.
So I work in the public sector. I'll not go into much detail, but it does mean that I've got to be careful about the kind of content that I release, and I basically need to not get into anything naughty that could potentially lead to a criminal record if I was going to do something like direct action or disruptive activism, because that would affect my job.
Anybody else want to input on that?
Yeah, I'm the same. I work in the public sector too, so kind of I'm at a crossroads here now where I'm kind of just thinking, fuck it, just do what I want and be what be.
Yeah, to a point. Obviously, we have social media policies, so that's why my name's not anything on my activism stuff. But it's so if I was to go on my profile and be outright abusive towards people, then I could get into trouble. That's why I'm very careful about the kind of stuff that I put on. That's why I do more the daft stuff more than anything. I used to do quite a lot of responding and replying videos, but when I was reviewing them and watching them back, I was thinking from the outside looking in, it might not look great. So that's why I do the daft videos now, to be fair.
Well, I mean, go on, sorry, Danny.
No, sorry, Laurie. Go on, you carry on.
Well, I work for myself. Luckily, I've got my own cleaning business, but I still managed to get the sack from one of them the other week. But
that's only because you've been being too nice, Laura.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. But if I was to do, I don't suppose there's any comeback really on me if people haven't got my TikTok. Like if I have, then they'll know. But other than that, I don't see how they'd know. Really?
But I mean, you'd have to go down a pretty long rabbit hole to sort of arrive at you, wouldn't you? I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I mean, the For You page, I don't even know how that works, how the algorithm works. It just seems to pop up on random people's pages. Who is, am I missing something? Who is Kerry Harper? Is she a farmer or is she a
Yeah.
farmer?
She's a young farmer that spends quite a lot of time in our live streams. Her favourite question is, what's your favourite tractor, or anything related to tractors?
She's not an
Colours as
animal
well.
farmer, though, is she?
She is.
Yeah.
She's an animal. She's a
Well,
farmer.
Well, our parents
Oh,
are.
yeah.
She's
Yeah,
only
well, yeah,
14.
Yeah, she's only
So,
14. So
but she's very receptive in the lives, and she's always dead respectful. She's curious. She's genuine. She even says she's interested in what we've got to say, and she is genuinely quite curious about, I suppose, the other side of the fence.
Right. So, so she's not a troll then. She's not.
No,
one of
no,
these-
no, by no means.
Nah.
Yeah, regular
Nah.
in terms of the lives.
For a
A regular
14-year-old,
farmer.
a 14-year-old girl who's grown up in agriculture, coming on a vegan live, she's incredibly respectful and mature for her age, I would say.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of the other people within agriculture that you can tell are probably a similar age, when they come on and they come out with a load of just abuse or stupid comments or just trolling. Kerry doesn't do that.
No, absolutely.
Which is refreshing.
Well, it's very refreshing. Of course, it is because I mean, if you do view content on TikTok, people, just put a 1 in the comment, please. Let me know how many of you actually view TikTok. If you've actually got an account and you upload to TikTok, put a 2 in, please. Let's just see who's who. I mean, there's 19 people in tonight, so yeah, it'd be nice to know who does what. Because yeah, it can be a really, really brutal place, TikTok. If you could give advice, 0 for none of it. Yeah, good idea. That's a good idea. If you could give advice to anybody wanting to start up a TikTok but didn't want the abuse, what advice would you give any of you to people wanting to sort of just doing a bit of activism on TikTok?
Just ignore them because you know what you're doing is right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we'd be very dishonest if we was going to say that you're going to make a TikTok account about animal rights related content and you're not going to get some trolls. So the advice that I always give everyone is don't dip your toes in the water unless you expect to get wet.
Yeah.
Or don't
And
play
if
with
you-
fire unless you want to get burnt.
Yeah, like, I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you're going to make this kind of content, there are a hell of a lot more of the non-vegans than there are of us. So just by maths alone, you're always going to receive them. And if you don't, then you're not doing anything anyway. If you're not getting any views to not get any trolls, then you're not changing anything. So kind of
if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Sadly, that is the way that it works. Yeah, you kind of rely on these people to engage with your videos and get them seen by more people. So if they haven't got any views, you can avoid the trolls, but then obviously it's kind of pointless making content. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things. The best way to avoid it is if you're a bit touchy about things is don't give any personal details. Don't use your real name. Don't use your face. Don't use those kind of things.
Yes.
There's more than enough pre-made videos and pictures, isn't there? So
definitely, I mean, like there was the incident today we had with vegan
living.
vegan living.
Yeah.
This guy I've been listening to for months and months and months. He always says hi to me. He always bigs me up. I always big him up. I always join his lives. And he showed his face for the first time today, and he was a black dude, and I thought he was a white dude. And it just shows you that you can be just completely sort of anonymous on TikTok. You do not have to show your face. You do not have to let anybody know what you look like.
And he's been around for longer than I have.
Oh, he's been around for longer than I have, I think.
So I mean, he's been on TikTok for a long time, and it's took until today for him to do a face reveal. So, and I mean, there's still no obligation to ever do one. You know, you don't have to. So
I was really surprised because he's so incognito, isn't he?
Yeah, and absolutely. And I mean, I'm sure I can speak for the others, but just if you're interested in making a TikTok account, but you don't want to, you can take any video off my page and re-upload it. And I'm sure.
Well, by the looks of it, there's quite a few people don't even look at TikTok.
Right.
Get on it.
Josh Banks, Michael Askew, Vegan Postmortem. And I understand why you wouldn't want to be on it. David Marsh has never been on it. Vegan Stallion, Muddy Paws
Yeah, I don't blame any of
has
these people.
viewed it. But
I
So,
would
I
look
mean-
at it in the sense of this: if you're already spending your time scrolling through TikTok, but you're not making content, you might as well be making content. And at
Yes,
least sort of like, whereas if you've not got the app installed, I wouldn't encourage anyone necessarily to go and get involved.
Because you lose like 3 days in like a blink of an eye. And you're
I
like,
would-
I
I
would
would-
work for 3 days.
I would give alternative advice, right? I would say this, right? Vegan Postmortem says it's a terrible place, but I don't think it is a terrible place. It's all about how you view it.
How you
And it's
perceive it,
it's how you perceive it, right? So at the moment, everybody apart from what's she called? Do you like tractors?
Kerry.
Kerry. Everyone apart from Kerry is a vegan. So we're just talking to vegans at the moment.
Yeah.
This is all we're
Yeah.
talking to.
And this is
I-
the problem I had on my Instagram. That's why I went to TikTok for
Ex-
activism. I just had an
exactly.
echo chamber.
Exactly. Now, this is great. We can chop this video up and we can use it. And we can put it in TikToks. You know, we can do anything. I mean, we've all been banned from TikTok several times. I think I'm on my 3rd account now. I don't know how many accounts each of you have had.
I'm still in the original, but I've had a couple of
4.
warnings.
Yeah, I've been banned for weeks, several times. But
I was banned for a month when I
it's a really good medium. It's a really, really good medium.
Yeah.
For talking to non-vegans. And
For me, it's the fact that because the For You page is so random, you pop up on just people that you would never normally have the reach for.
Yeah.
And that's what attracted me to it, because like you just get your content's just getting put out there like a scattergun effect, just in random directions for seemingly no good reason whatsoever, which means that you are more likely to not just hit the vegan population.
see, the thing is as well. So I'm just taking this from ethically based on ex omnivore. I probably should check it because I have comments I keep forgetting about. Now, comments are an absolute gold mine for content. They're an absolute gold mine. I'm going to show you an example now of one of mine. Shall I show him the positive one? Right. I'll show him a negative one.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you a negative one. Let's put this up. So this is Oh, there's no sound. Oh, that's because I've turned it off, you dickhead.
No, you speak. Hypocrite. Do you know what a hypocrite is? Do you know,
Hippocyte.
do you know what a hypocrite is? You need
Hepatitis.
to go and look up what a hypocrite is. Right? Because it certainly isn't me. So you're telling me if you bought puppies from a dog breeder down the road for most of your life, and then after, say, 49 years, somebody came up to you and said, oh, do you know that he treats the parent dogs with abuse? He beats them and pushes them around. He keeps them in this shed. They freeze at night. He barely feeds them. He
Fucking
whips the
brilliant.
puppies with electric cord. And then somebody come and told you this after 49 years. Would you stop buying puppies from this guy? Would you stop buying into his little business? And not only that, would you try and tell other people and warn other people about his abusive?
So you get the idea. So basically, you can use people's stupid trolley comments to create content to get even more points across. What do you guys think?
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's perfect, isn't it? I mean,
They walk into it. They just walk into it.
But I suppose
TikTok
Because-
writes itself. It just writes itself for you. It doesn't need any effort.
And if you were to reply to that one person, very few people are going to see that comment reply, and you're not going to get through to someone like that. You may as well bang your head against the brick wall. But what they do is they give you an opportunity to make a video and then reach a perceptive audience. So especially if somebody puts across like an eloquent, well thought out intellectual argument and you reply to it with absolute fact and logic, then actually that's more powerful to the scrolling kind of the scrollers who fall upon it, because you're more likely to then hit someone who's already maybe had a seed planted, who's help it kind of flourish.
Yeah. Look at that example Laura had from like last week or whenever it was, where she was getting absolutely hammered on those couple of videos about this is not how they treat pigs. This pigs aren't gassed in this country. I know, I'm a butcher. Replied with a video that shows the process, and it was just tumbleweed. None of those people said another word. And it's not
the
necessarily
fastest
about
way
them.
to get rid of a troll.
But it's all the other people that were following that thread that could have been
Mhm.
like, well, yeah, she hasn't responded properly. And then all of a sudden, bam, evidence. And they're like, well, yeah, what have you got? And they aren't there anymore. They're all gone.
Funny that, isn't it?
Mm.
What's this then? Oh, I must.
But it's about the other
must
people that are
forgetful.
watching. I mean, those 4 or 5 people that you was directly responding to, we probably were never going to change their minds. But everyone else that was following on from that thread, or will click on one of their comments to see what they said and what you said in reply, can see how that unfolded.
Yeah, and that's the good thing
And
with the
all of a
lives.
sudden-
Like,
Bye-bye.
that's the good thing with the lives as well, because you can get quite a few people in your lives at any one given moment, and you can invite people on to debate and talk about things. So,
Well, just explain about the lives, Kev. What do you need to start going live?
So in the UK, you need 800 followers. In America, I think you need 1,000.
Same as Ireland.
Ireland as well, you need 1,000. I don't know why it's different.
Weird.
I think most of the world is 1,000. We just seem to be quite lucky that it's 800 for us. I'm not 100% sure why, but even
Because
Australia.
we're a small country.
No, I think it's down to the TikTok Creator Fund. That's only applicable in a few countries out of the whole world. So it seems to be them countries are 800 to maybe increase more TikTok content creators.
Yeah. So go live, and you can put like a green screen on, so you can put an emotive comment or picture up that gets people to stick about. Invite people on who can also have the ability to go live, and then have conversations with them. And you might not get through the person you're having a conversation with. Like, kind of, it's a bit like grassroots, if you will. But the difference is you might have 30 people in the comment section listening in. Unlike grassroots that you don't get, you're just focusing on getting through to that one person. If you can't get through the person you're talking to in grassroots, you kind of snookered, move on to the next one. Whereas with a TikTok live, you might have 30 other people in the comment section who you're getting through to, even though the person you're debating with they're not necessarily your target. They're just giving you the material to respond with and actually have a conversation about.
Yeah.
Is that Father Christmas just come in then?
Yeah, that's Tammy and Freddie. They're just getting back from the Sunderland match. They got absolutely slaughtered.
Why, man, you can't hear me though.
At Manchester City. At Manchester City.
No, Sunderland. This is the away strip. We're on YouTube, by the way. You're now a YouTuber, Fred.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Has Tommy got the same shirt as me?
Yeah. Tommy, come here with your coat a second.
What the hell?
Same as Grumpy's.
You see what Danny's wearing?
Oh, Danny, look, we're matching.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Brothers in arms. Yes.
Twins.
Do you know that? And that's the thing as well. I remember on my live, I had this this coat on, and somebody said, "Oh, look at this vegan, and he's wearing wool."
God, yeah.
And it's like, whoa, why?
It's like, do people not even realise that when you buy something like a woolly jumper now, it's synthetic, because wool is it's counter costing to produce. It costs farmers more money than they get paid to actually produce wool.
But why would a 6-year vegan not know that he's just bought wool? Why would he not look at a label?
Yeah.
It's just another one of those wannabe gotcha moments, though, isn't it? Like the amount you don't see it so much now, but I used to see it all the time. I bet your shoes are leather, as if like you hadn't thought about these things. Or you bet your watch strap is leather. Again, like something you wear every single day that you're never going to notice, you're never going to think about. Of course you are. These are the things you change almost instantly.
Yeah.
Someone's grasping at straws when they ask about your steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
Like Kerry yesterday.
On the live at Pilgrim's Pride, it was Sil's Doc Martens, bright red Doc Martens.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those leather boots. Look at those leather boots. Unbelievable. What do you guys think about this?
Okay.
I just don't react well to visceral hate. I value my sanity too much.
I don't think
And
any
that's-
of us do we really?
Nah, that's the thing though. You've on TikTok, probably more so than any other platform, you really need to have a thick skin. It's a blessing and a curse because you're getting through to so many people with an alternative viewpoint. You also have a huge backlash. So if you put a video on that goes viral, you're gonna have 15,000 comments from people who are just absolutely ripping into you. Who don't read the other comments. So you can be responding in there constantly. And it just, because I was originally in my comment section, just responding to absolutely every single thing, like even a bacon emoji. And it just grinds you down. So you really do have to have a thick skin. You need to, before you start posting, probably get on vegan content and get in the comment section and see what they're having. Because if you're not the kind of person that can that's got the resilience, the mental resilience for that, and not all of us do, then it's not the right platform for you guys. It probably isn't. Or put a couple of videos out and see how you go. And if it's really having an impact on you, just scrap it and do something else. At the end of the day, we need to keep our activists safe, emotionally and mentally, and healthy, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And if you're doing something that's causing you to be unwell, or grinding you down and giving you burnout constantly, you're not doing an effective job for the animals at the end of the day. And there'll be other things that you can do. That might not be frontline activism. That might be more organization. That might be, even it could be even smaller. Like, as difficult as it is to influence our friends and family, actually, sometimes from a distance, we can do it really easily. So if you enjoy cooking, stick some vegan, like constantly put good looking food on your YouTube or your Facebook or your Instagram that you've got a lot of friends, real friends that you follow, because then you're more likely for them to go, oh, that looks nice, I might give that a whirl, and then realize that vegan food doesn't taste like dust and mud. And then again, from that point of view, they might think, well, actually, if I'm not doing it for flavor, and Jimmy down the road is getting enough protein, so it's not for health, why am I eating animals? That might then provoke a conversation.
Yeah.
Leather. Just for Vano and Moynin. Leather. They've stopped getting me trolls now because I stopped showing the sofa, but both of those are leather. And this is one thing this is one thing I'll preach about. Is that sorry to interrupt, Kev, about that.
It's all right. I was kind of done anyway.
You don't have to just dump everything. You don't have to dump your car in a canal because it's got a leather steering wheel. We're not going to get away from it. It's no point in filling landfill, because that's what you're going to do with it, So the next thing I buy will be vegan. But yeah, we don't have to sort of destroy our lives to become vegan, to become the perfect vegans. This will last. Once it's fallen to pieces, then it will go to a landfill, and that's it. And then I buy something vegan.
At the end of the day, if someone's holding you to account because the only thing in your life that you couldn't avoid was a leather steering wheel, then for me, that's an appeal to futility, right there. Because
absolutely,
I mean, I had some parameters around buying my car, and there's one vegan car, I think, but it's like a really small thing in a really small production somewhere in the east, like Middle East or somewhere in Asia. I don't know if it's north, south, or east Asia. But yeah, it's realistically in the UK, it's not practicable to have an entirely vegan car. So when I was looking for my car, exactly, yeah. When I was looking for my car, the compromise I had to have for what I actually required from the car was a leather steering wheel. I wasn't happy about it, but there was no other options out there that hit the parameters that was practicable for me at that time.
I mean, you say this practicable. I say practical. I think it means the same thing. And it's easy to say, I just say it's just practical. It's practical for me not to throw that away.
I always say practical as well, but I mean, I suppose...
Because I don't know why they've included that practicable word in the vegan thing. I think it's just to trip us dumbasses up.
I think it's because we don't live in a vegan world, and if they don't put that in there, there will be people out there that go, what's the point? Because, and then bring up an appeal to futility.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the word practical and practicable Don't they mean they're both the same thing?
Nah, they're quite different.
Yeah, it's
How?
they've got different meanings.
How?
But
Practical
it
is
don't matter to us because we're vegan
Yeah,
anyway.
so-
But yeah,
I mean, the easiest way to describe it is practical is that it is possible. So you could say that it's practical to fly to the moon, but it's not practicable for you to fly to the moon because you don't have the means in the training, if you will.
Basically, it's kind of
Practicable
like
means that it's within your remit and you are able to do it. Whereas
essentially.
practical means there is a means to do it in the world. So
You
practical
I
means
didn't hear
that
a
you are
word.
able.
I didn't hear a word of that. So
It's basically the
Zoned out
idea
into the comment
exists
section.
versus the idea that you're able to fully commit to.
Yeah.
but then you've got like Alex O'Connor, who was like, "What
Never
about
vegan,
this? Is it
so-
practicable?" Well, yeah, I'm
So-
vegan anyway,
So, I mean,
but
I suppose I'll use my car as an example.
pointless.
But yeah. I mean,
So-
if we're talking about someone that's
Void
not
point,
vegan,
Laura.
then their
Yeah.
point is kind of like their thoughts about it is right. But yeah, that's the easiest way of looking at it. Like, so it is practical for you to get a steering wheel in existence that's non-leather, but it's not practicable in the sense that the car manufacturer don't make it as standard, for example.
Get it?
Yeah. So
I get it.
for me, it was practical to get a car without any leather in there whatsoever. What the hell is he doing?
I can't see.
I know it does. You told us 3 times.
Oh, Danny lad.
You're muted, Dan.
I know I'm muted. What have you stopped for? What have you stopped talking for? You can't
Because
stop talking.
James ran in and started screaming about his glow-in-the-dark ghost he got
But yeah,
today.
essentially that's the reason, so that they don't feel that people have got this pressure on, i.e. there are a certain brand of tyres that exist that are completely animal parts free, but they cost this amount and you can only buy them in this country, but it means if you don't have them, you can't drive a car.
Yeah.
Exactly, Kerry. It's a bit
so-
like flesh. It costs more than what it's worth.
Wool
Yeah,
makes
so-
us farmers lose so much money each year. Oh, let me get it with tiny violin. I'm so sorry, Kerry. I'm so sorry. I know you're a nice lady and everything, and I know you're a nice girl, but
there's a lot of sheep farming in my area, so I am aware that there's no. There are people out there that still farm for wool, but they're few and far between, and they generally have quite
let's be
exotic breeds of
practicable.
sheep.
Let's be practicable. We want you to go out of business. We want your mum and dad to go out of business, basically. Kerry.
Yeah, we want them to change the nature of their business.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
don't
a good
necessarily
way
want
to
to go
put it, Andy.
bust. Yeah,
Not being.
that's the thing, though, isn't it? Because another thing we get a lot in the lives is people commenting, "No farmers, no food, no future." Like literally that sentence in that order. And it's like, yeah, we're aware. Like farming is the backbone of civilization. The difference is you don't have to exploit other beings in order to be able to produce food. So essentially, we don't want any farmers to go out of business unless they're unwilling to adapt and change when the needs arise. And the sooner rather than later. And there's people out there that are supporting farmers to go towards a veganic farm in the future.
You know
and they're
something, though? Do you know something? In 2005, I used to work on the electric mains. I used to be like a navvy. I used to dig on the electric mains. And one of the jobs we used to do was go and put in power to, the phone aerials that you'd see knocking about. We'd go and power them up. Now, 9 times out of 10, they'd be on a farmer's land, right? So this farmer had 3 towers. There was O2, Orange, if you remember Orange, and BT, and another one. We were putting a 3rd one up. He come over the farmer talking to us. And back in 2005, he was getting £25,000 per aerial per year just for having it on his land.
No.
All in all, after this one was powered up, we'd be getting £75,000 a year just by donating a 15 metre by 15 metre plot of land for the base of the tower to go on. Just
when can I get a mast fucking built in our garden?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but my point is,
Might bring COVID on though. Might bring a new wave of COVID.
It is. It was 5Gs. It was when we started the 5G infiltration things. But there's always something a farmer can do with the land. there's never anything. Land will never ever go to waste.
Absolutely, you're right.
Never go to waste.
And we'll only need 25% of it in the vegan future. So do what you want with the rest of it.
Matter if you
I mean, I
can't
would like to
grab
see
on it.
rewilded, but realistically, farmers will exploit the land in any way they can
Someone
to
made
make
quite
money
a good
from it.
point in one of our lives the other week, or maybe 2 weeks or so ago, saying that if this was kind of the way things move forward, obviously things like hunting and shooting would be kind of being a thing of the past. So some of these farmers could look at something like airsoft seriously and make literally that, because that would be, these would be things now that there'd be like a lot more demand for, because it was kind of like legal hunting.
I used to do airsoft, and it was basically on it was on an old motocross track that he couldn't get anybody to. Well, he couldn't bring enough business in from off-roading. So his friend was next squad. He was like, "Have you heard about these milsim things that people do?" And he's never looked back. He's absolutely thriving now. I know it's not an agriculture land, but originally it was just a big allotment. And then he built a track on because his son was into motocross, and then he couldn't get anybody really to pay to use the space. So he opened up an airsoft site, and it was one of the biggest ones in the northeast.
One of the huge things as well, there's lots of demand for are safe areas to walk dogs.
Liberating lambs is in less than a month. I'm on those farms, I'm picking up those lambs, and I'm taking them to sanctuaries.
Do you know any small holdings
Phone
with
me, Danny.
easy access
Phone me.
and long drives and no cameras? Just out of interest.
Right, Andy, can you go and do what we said we were going to do? Because
hang on.
We're up to 51 minutes now. So
2 seconds. I'll have to disconnect because it's the same.
That's fine, mate. We'll talk about you behind your back. Don't worry.
Just to follow on from that. Airsoft. Our local airsoft site. 2 brothers run it. They inherited their family's farm, and they didn't want to get into farming, so they turned it into an airsoft and kids adventure place. I think it's about 20 acres they have, and they make a fucking killing down there. And they only work 2 days a week, but maintain the land during the week.
And there's plenty more. I mean, there's like petting farms, but I'd rather it be a sanctuary petting farm. That's sort of acceptable. There's motocross, like you said, Kev, like bikes. You can have skating ramps. You can build all sorts on it. You can build gardens on it, garden centres.
Well, my a lad I used to go to school with, when we were quite good friends whilst at school, his granddad ran I was going to say a beef farm. I don't like using that term, but a cow flesh farm basically. And part of the land was really, really, really marshy. Couldn't grow anything on it, and he's opened up an off-road site on there. Yes, you can bring that in bed. Yes,
I don't mind because you got a vegan family. If they weren't vegan kids, I'd be saying, "Shut them little fuckers up."
Well, he's also awaiting an assessment for ADHD as well, which explains why he's just constantly in me. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one. But you know something as well? You've just triggered something in me. Is that TikTok is a really good source of information as well if you want it. It's a really, really cool sort of source to find out things, to get people who specialize in subjects. And I've found out so much about my ADHD. I found out so much how to control it, how to look for it, how to stop triggers happening. And yeah, it can be a really cool tool. I think it's becoming the new Instagram of the social medias. If not
I think it probably is.
I think Mr. Mr. Facebook is going to start making a few alterations, and I think we're going to see some. I really do, though, Laura. I think we're going to see some TikTok clones coming.
Facebook bought Instagram probably at the wrong time, didn't he? Because they bought Instagram just when TikTok was getting popular.
Yeah.
And just TikTok. I mean, you look at the filters and stuff, because Instagram's big thing back in the day. Instagram and Snapchat were having this battle about filters, weren't they? And effects you could use. In TikTok, no one getting anywhere near them. Like TikTok are just splashing out like AI and and all sorts. Like there's that new glamour filter. That's an artificial intelligence filter. That's why it doesn't show up when you put your hand over your eye and stuff, because it's smarter than just masking over the top of your face.
Right. So Let's share screen. Oh God, where's
5 minutes. Fuck.
where? Oh shit, what's happened there?
Come on,
Is that the
Grandad.
one? Is that the one? Andy, Andy, you there?
Can you hear me, mother?
Hello. Have I cocked it up? Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, we got Kane here as well now.
Yo, oh my
Kane, what's popping?
Hey, Kane.
Yo, walk one, you lot.
Can you hear
Well,
me?
got my G.
Yes,
Melvin.
I can hear. Yes, I can hear everyone. At Veganic Graham, at Andy Atkinson, at The Friendly Vegan, at Plant Powered Dad. I'm sure you're very veganic and very friendly and very plant powered and very
Andy Atkinson.
ate. And you're very grumpy and you are old enough to be my granddad.
Hold on a minute now. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen. I got a hotline to your parents. Right. Do your parents know that you're a vegan activist yet? Do your parents know you're an activist? No.
Yeah.
Right. So don't be so cocky. Right. Come on my show, but don't be so cocky. It's one phone call away.
Yeah.
The phone is here.
Right.
The phone is here.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
He'd rather
The
go and
news
tell his
coming
parents
out.
he was gay than vegan. I'm telling you that much.
Really?
Yeah, yo, right? Because I'm not. Yo, I gotta whisper in it because my sister's in the next room, but I'm not actually allowed to go to vegan events. I've been to a
Why?
couple, but I had to miss because I think I'm gonna turn into a militant extremist or whatever.
Militant
Wow.
extremist. It's
Wow,
funny that,
he's-
isn't it? 'Cause being militant and extreme would be creating a framework in order to slash others' throats for no good reason, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, imagine
That would
like,
be
who would do
militant and
such a thing?
extreme.
Not working.
You need
Yeah.
this.
No,
You
it wouldn't,
need-
it wouldn't work. Whenever I was clicking the share screen button, it was basically
Oh.
just crashing and I didn't have any control over what it was showing you.
Well, it's sort of what it does. It pops up, and I have to take control of it and share it.
Ah, right.
Well, we'll do it next week. We'll try it. We'll do a trial and we'll try
I
and get
don't
it
think
over
you
next
could
week.
hear me either, could you? I don't think my microphone was picking up.
No.
No, it
Nah.
wasn't. But then Kane sort of crashed my stream and just come on doing all this young person shit and being ageist again because it's just...
That's
On that,
fine.
okay. If
So
if
Kane,
you're
have you got a TikTok going? Sorry, Kev. Have you got a TikTok
I
going?
have an account. I don't know what to post on it really.
Right,
like-
just
Just put the stuff.
steal
Yeah,
stuff
you gotta
off
give me
us
stuff.
Yeah,
and then
just
start
post
reposting
anything.
it.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Yeah, cool.
Anything
I
that you
think I've
recorded
still got
from
the
Pilgrims as
screenshot.
well will do quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've still got
Yeah.
the screenshot of you talking,
Yeah.
Kane, when you're going, you're saying stuff and you're like, "Oh, gas chambers
Yeah.
are fine," and you say, "Well, do you want to go in a gas chamber?"
Oh,
Would you
yeah.
like to be
Oh,
put in
that
a
was
gas
epic.
chamber?
That was epic. It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't touch Graham's nipples. Oh my god.
Who's Graham?
It's above you. It's above you.
Oh, but don't touch. What are you talking about?
Because
Reach
put your
up.
hand up then. Put your hand up.
Oh,
Put your hand up again. Go on, put your hand up. Go on. Whoa!
I'm touching Kev's head.
it's in his head. Yo, what do I have to do? Yo, this is me,
Oh,
right?
Bobby,
I'm snatching your headphones, in it, right? You ain't calling my parents, right?
Kane,
No.
if you're not allowed to go to vegan events, you need to sneak up to Newcastle in May.
That's a good point. A
Oh, I
fair
need to
point, Tommy.
sneak up. Oh God, like.
well, listen. What we can, Kane, Kane, what you like
Yeah.
it getting up in the morning?
A bit not very good, but
Right,
I can,
so-
I can
earlier
do
then.
it, but it's just like I
Right.
can do
So,
it.
so we could go to I've been wanting to go to the Northeast Animal Save right for months now, but
Yeah.
we've got to be there we've got to set off about 5 or 6 a.m. We've got to set off.
Oh,
so I could
oh.
actually pick you up on the way, and we could go together if you want to do that. But
No,
we
no,
don't have to
no.
pick a day.
A, I'd
It would
wake,
probably.
I'd wake everyone up. B, like,
Hey, Grumpy's then.
why are they gonna think I am all day? They're gonna like,
Yeah.
where the hell are you?
You're gonna have to
Well,
come out, mate. You're gonna have to come out. I'm afraid it's time to stop this charade, right?
Yeah.
It's time to stop. It's time to be brave. You're 19 years old. You're not 14 anymore.
Yeah.
You're a
Right,
man.
everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Do you think, right, that Kane
Yeah.
should come
Start
out to his
petition.
parents? No, listen. Kane should come out to his parents
Blue.
on camera. On camera, he should film everything.
Yeah,
Right, and he
do
should
it.
do
Yeah.
it this. He should do it next weekend. Right, stick a 1 if you agree. Stick a 2 if you think he shouldn't.
Yeah, no pressure.
I missed
Yeah.
one today in Liverpool. We're gonna catch a bus or train or coach or something from Manchester to Liverpool, and I missed it. I was really excited and I
Nightmare.
couldn't go.
Oh man, everybody's saying he should come out.
I'm
Everyone's
assuming
saying
your
he should
family
come
don't
out,
watch
mate.
this channel though, because I mean, otherwise
No.
they'll know before.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll even see me watching you.
Ethically
need to
based
stand
Only Boy
outside
says we
my
all
house.
need to stand outside CDA's house with signs to liberate him.
And Olawale says, we need a petition.
We're wanting to say, should Kane come out to his parents that he's a vegan activist and he's a fighter, and he's going to be one of the forerunners of the vegan movement to take over from my shoes when I'm dead in like another 40 years' time. Because I'm vegan, I'm going to live till I'm 150. So it's going to be a long
Yeah.
time waiting. For
Wait.
my
You're gonna live till
inheritance.
you're gonna live till
Yeah.
you're 150. So you're 110 now.
It's amazing, isn't it?
You shouldn't set me up on this ageism. You guys, nah.
Where's he gone?
I've took him off.
Plant-based diet, man, turns you into
Right,
a
he's still
vampire. You just
talking.
don't
He's
age.
still right. You're back. You're back now, Kane.
That's-
You're back
yeah,
on
that's-
Kane now.
I
Yeah,
thought his
I got
mum
to
heard
be
him and
quiet, innit,
disconnected the
man?
He's
Wi-Fi.
got naughty cornered.
No.
I actually thought you rage quit, to be
hang on a
fair.
minute.
No.
Hang on a minute. Is his parents coming on him?
No, that's my sister because I'm shouting.
I just took you off the stream anyway, so your shouting was
Yeah.
pointless.
Yo, well, let me go close the door.
Whoa,
Back in a sec.
Grumpy.
Danny, are you coming up in May? Do you know if you're able to get up?
I'm determined to come up, so yes, I am going to make the effort. If I can get up at 3:00 on a Saturday morning and drive all the way to Andover, it's only an hour away from. Oh, what's that?
Is that the right way around?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and Andy are performing here in May.
13th of May. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Let me put
Saturday,
it in my diary.
13th of May.
Oh, Saturday. Right.
Aye.
I'm going to have a day off. I'm going to have a rare day off. Saturday,
it's a
13th of May.
I'm
Yeah,
going
so-
to that instead, Danny, instead of coming to the vigil because I can't afford both. I'd love to go to both, but
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll get a train to mine, and then I'll take you. Get a train to Manchester, then I'll take you to Newcastle in the car free, and then you come back to Manchester, and we're sorted.
deal.
Right, you got to keep reminding me. And anybody else who's in the hood who can make it to that. What do you reckon,
out.
Kane?
Have
What do
you
you reckon,
told your mum
Kane?
yet, Kane?
I-
Have you told your
I
mum
missed
yet?
that
Have you
little
told
bit.
your mum yet?
They're not in.
Go. Phone them and tell them. Phone them
Alright.
and tell them
Alright,
that you're
I'll
a
phone
vegan
you.
animal rights activist, and if you don't like it, tough.
What?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, Kane, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do they consider extreme? Extreme unkilling, extreme untorture, extreme
Yeah.
unrape.
Oh god, they just don't see animals as victims. They'll just say like, oh, they won't answer the question. They'll just dodge.
Are they
Like-
religious? Are they religious? No,
not really.
People.
Not really.
Right,
In the draw.
Good.
My mum goes to
Vegan.
church like once a year, but like,
right, yeah. I
To have
know.
the red wine.
Yeah.
Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah, I know a bloody game.
Oh, David says it's the Manchester one is soon at Bowls. David, give us a shout, mate, when that is the date, and I'll come over and meet you over there.
Yo,
What's happening? Not a lot at the moment.
not a lot.
They held it at Northumbria Uni last year and was well attended and excellent.
That's where it is. Isn't
Yes,
it, Kev?
they did. Yeah, I was on the mic last year, kind of all day to be fair. And then I recited some poetry there as well last year. So got Andy coming up to recite some poetry with us this year, and we've got Laura coming up as well. Graham, are you getting across for it or not? Do you know if you're going to be able to?
We're gonna try. We're trying our best.
Yeah,
Just trying to
it's
sort out a
probably
babysitter for this.
the biggest logistical nightmare for you than anybody else, isn't it? I mean, you've got a fairly
Bad
big
enough
rivet
for me,
across.
but bloody hell, that's
Well,
effort.
anyone that wants to go that's heading from the Midlands way, I'm leaving like Redditch, Worcestershire on the Friday afternoon, and I've got what three free seats or whatever. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get very vegan mom to talk to my mom. So yeah, we're gonna get.
We'll do
very
this.
vegan
We'll
mom
do
to it.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that badge as well. That's on
Love
that.
my badge.
No, this badge that's on this, and it says introverted but willing to discuss animal rights, and I think that's a really cool thing. I think that's really cool because even though you're introverted, you're still willing to sort of like speak
That
for
was
the
the
animals,
why.
and it's like, come on, yeah, I love it. I love it. It's Sunday the 12th of March. I need to put that in my diary, and I'm working on Sunday. Well, maybe I'm not working. Kerry, what's the new person's favourite? Right, Kane, what's your favourite? What's your favourite tractor?
I don't know.
You've got to give an
I
answer.
don't know. The one in your profile picture, Kerry. The one in your profile picture.
Oh wow!
What kind of tractor is that in a profile picture?
Yeah, what's the make and model, Kane? Come on.
It's a red one.
I think it's a Ford, isn't it? Her tractor.
Is it a Ford or is it a Ford? I don't know.
I think she said her favourite tractor was a Ford, but
Yeah, she really likes Fords and she really likes New Hollands.
Red and blue one.
Lovely. A lot of love for Andy today.
Oh,
I don't
your
know
mum
what.
is a vegan EBR.
do you not think StreamYard should learn how to incorporate the chat at the bottom of this so we could all read it as well?
Well, you can if you're not on your phone. You can if you're not on your phone.
Right.
Graham, you can see the chat, can't you?
Yeah.
I can see it. Lovely gesture from Andy.
Yeah, I mean, I can open the chat, but it means I can't see the video.
I have to keep switching between.
You're not vegan if you can't identify the tractor, says Bean
Anyway,
yeah, tractor rights activists.
Your mum is a vegan, ethically based sex dom. Wait, do you have a name? Ethically based sex omnivore and vegan post-mortem. Do you have names? Because I feel weird calling you like these long names.
No, you've got to call them these names because a lot of people don't like to be identified. There might be reasons why they don't want to be identified online. And the best way if you want to get personally in touch with them is give us your email. I'll put your email in the chat, and they can email you if you want to connect.
I'll put it in the chat. EDA activism.
Just tell them some bullshit.
At gmail.com. There you go.
Our real name's from.
Anyway. Okay. Vegan postmortem, VPM or PM or EBR. Yeah, that's your name. EBER or something. Yeah. Who went vegan first? Ethically based sex omnivore. What's going on with chatting? What?
Just take over my show, Kane. That's just you just come on, take over my show.
What's going on? Yeah,
you just take over, mate. I knew you'd be trouble. I knew this young pretender would be trouble. I knew it.
It's like when I jumped on George's live the other day.
Can I just answer this and then I'll leave you to it, Kane?
Okay.
I have ADHD. What is going on?
Let him have his show back.
Sorry, don't be sorry about asking questions. It's very hard when you've got ADHD to ask questions. You feel stupid asking questions. I understand. We are just having a nice, friendly chat. We're just bringing my TikTok friends onto my YouTube channel because I felt that my YouTube channel was getting a little bit stale. There was nothing happening. I wasn't creating any new content. And wow, Graham looks fucking beautiful all of a sudden. That's amazing. He must be there potatoes.
Oh gosh, he transformed.
Well, that's basically what's happening.
How are you?
Do you want to just introduce yourself, female Graham?
Yeah, I'm George. Do you want to roll into? Yeah, hi.
So
it's
who are you,
me.
George?
I'm vegan.
What's your name and where'd you come from?
Where do you come from and what's your name?
Originally from the UK, moved to Ireland, and yeah, George, whatever you want.
Have you always had a baby face?
Yeah, always. I still get ID'd.
She's got a baby face. I love her. She's got a baby face.
Yeah, Are you young enough to be GVG's grandkid as well?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Fuck you.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Hello, is
Hello?
that Kane's mum?
Is that Kane's mum? Yeah. I've got
Yeah,
something to
with
tell
the
you about
keyboard
your
on the
son.
screen.
Yeah, I've got. Yeah. No, he's not gay. No, he's not gay. He might be gay. He hasn't. I don't know whether he's gone down that.
Got
He's
anyone
vegan.
pregnant?
What? Oh my god! Oh my
What?
god!
What's he saying?
Oh my god, Kane!
Mhm.
Oh, I've dropped you
Yeah.
big in the shit. She was so happy you were
Right,
gay,
yeah.
and then when I told her no that you were vegan, she just
No, they know I'm vegan. They know I'm vegan, right? They just don't know I'm an activist. They don't know I like do I roll activism.
Vegan means activist, though. Vegan means why are we whispering? Why am
Dunno.
I whispering? I don't have to whisper.
Because my sister is in the next room, and
Yeah,
she's
but
a
it
little
doesn't bother me.
snitch. Yeah, but my sister's a little snitch.
So what?
Okay.
Why do you think they'd have a problem with you being an activist, Kane?
Because I think I'll turn into a militant extremist.
I mean, I suppose are they thinking like
Do they not
when you
know
say the
yet?
term activist, do they think you're going to start burning down like labs and stuff like back in the
Probably.
90s?
Probably, but even if I did, right, there's no what's the problem with that? If you were in a gas chamber, right, yo, the only reason why I don't bomb gas chambers and like burn them down or something is for practical reasons, right? But I acknowledge that there's practical reasons, so that's why I don't do it.
Yeah, like
Like-
arrest.
Yeah, arrest, like, oh,
Well-
where would I get this bomb
Oh, okay.
from?
It,
Right,
it would
George,
be the accidental
Georgie.
death including that as well, though, wouldn't it? Really,
Yeah,
which is the
accidental
reason
death,
Georgie.
why.
stuff like that, practical reasons.
And all that would realistically happen is
Yeah.
they just divert those pigs to different places around the
Yeah.
country. You wouldn't.
No, I mean like
actually
Kane.
bomb all the
Okay.
slaughterhouses at the same time.
Kane,
Yeah.
Kane.
Bomb slaughterhouse at the same time.
Kane, right. Georgia is a mother. Laura is a mother, right? I'm going to ask them their advice now. Right, Georgia, Laura, your mothers, right? Pretend you're back to being a meat eater again, yeah?
Yeah.
And your son comes to you and says, look, I'm making a stance on animal rights. I don't think it's right that we should be murdering, abusing animals the way we do. I think it's killing our planet. I think it's killing you, mother. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to speak up for the animals. What would you say to your son if he come to you like this and you felt like it's really extreme?
Oh,
What's your
I'll tell you
advice to him?
what are you talking about? They'll kill humanely. You know, we don't waste anything. Animals are here for us. Canines, though. Bacon, though. Phones, though. Like, animals are here for us to eat. Why are you doing that? That's extreme.
And what's the point? Because it won't change anything. You got to get an appeal to futility in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's one person going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I guess as a meat industry, as a meat eater, you don't know the industry, and well,
Yeah.
most people don't, and you
Oh
don't
no,
know
I've
the
shown them
hobby.
footage. I've shown them footage. They know. They just don't care.
Oh,
Right, so why should you care, Kane? Do you
Why
think
should I
really-
care?
Yeah,
yeah.
Why should
do
I
you
care about
their
what?
Opinion?
about your
their-
parents' opinion then.
Because they said, right, yo, they said, oh well, if you think you're an adult, you should like go and move out or something.
Oh, that's
Like-
it. Yeah.
Like, whoa,
I
let's
gotta
not be
wait
so
for you to
hasty.
move out. Like-
They got you by them,
Suppose-
Kane. Kane,
What?
they've got you by them. They've got you by the. They
Yeah.
got you by the accommodation ghoulies. I'm afraid.
yeah.
That's it.
Oh shit, man, isn't it? Fucking
That's
hell.
blackmail. That's blackmail. But yeah, I mean,
I
all.
want to go to VCO.
Yeah, you're going to vegan camp
I
out.
want to. I just need a good excuse to be gone for like 4 days.
You go,
You're
on a
going
bender
to a
with your mates.
festival with your friends.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly that,
specify
yeah.
anything.
I
I mean, I
don't
was
know
about
if
to
they'll
ask.
let me
Let's
do
say
that.
that like you wanted to get on board with the oil protests from a few months ago. Would it have been the same opinion? What about if you
Yeah,
wanted to go out and protest someone that was unjustly killed in the street? Would that be the same problem? Like, is it
Like you were
anti-protest or is it
Testing about
anti-veganism?
paedophiles or yeah.
I think they're kind of anti a lot of things, but definitely like vegan activism. Yeah.
What? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. As a father, right. As a father, and my son is
How old
20.
are your kids?
My son is 21.
Mhm.
My stepson is 32. My stepdaughter is 35. So, but my stepson, not my stepson, my son, he's 21. So he's round about your age. I do worry to hell. He's down in Norwich at university. He's supporting himself. I'm hoping he's not walking around in like crinkled stuff. He actually irons stuff before he goes out or washes it. I'm hoping he keeps himself clean. There's a lot of worries. There's a lot of stuff out there. He said he was going to London to meet his mates who were working down there. They're shop fitters. He was going to stay in digs, and I was worried shitless in case like he got into the wrong part of London and got stabbed. And yeah, there's a lot of worry goes on when you're 19 to 25, and the age range of like 16 to 25 is a very crucial time of anyone's life, especially male, especially young men, because the suicide rate in young men is so high. So I can understand your mother and father's anxiety about you getting into something that is maybe sort of counterculture, and I can understand it. But I really do feel that if you spend a bit more time talking to other vegans like ourselves, get your argument sort of put down in a good way, in a way that will be influential on your mother and father. I think you will be able to influence them, and you'll let them see that you're not going to end up in prison. You're not going to end up getting shot off a farmer up the bum as you run away with one of his turkeys. You know, it's like, there's a way you're going to do this. There's a way you've got to do it, and I think educating yourself more and taking the time, and then sitting your parents down and having a serious conversation.
I tried that for the last year and a half. Right, it's from like I left college like May, June 2021. Right, it's been since then. Right, the first one I was trying to go to was like the 5th anniversary of what is it, Manchester Pig Save, which was like a year and a half ago. So I don't know what else to say.
I think it's difficult. It's more difficult coming from family members, isn't it? I think it don't matter what you say.
I
They're
think
not going to hear the message.
I think you're just going to have to just go and say, look, Mum, Dad, I'm doing this. I'm sorry, but I need to do it, and they will respect it. And I don't think you'll get chucked out. I really don't think your parents will chuck you out. I think they'll love you too much.
They probably won't, but I'll be in like big trouble though. Like,
you won't be in trouble though, will you? Because
being in the doghouse for caring and being
I can understand them not approving if you're
depression.
going to come home in handcuffs 2 or 3 nights a week, but literally going and standing outside like pilgrims. What's wrong with that?
And doing outreach like.
You're not doing anything wrong. It's no different than you selling the big issue potentially. I'm sure they'd be proud if you said you were doing that. All you're doing is spreading awareness about the subject, and you're taking time out of your own life to do it. They should be proud of that and encourage that. As long as they've not got to change anything about themselves.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with them. I don't know what.
Kane, I want you to answer this question here. Kerry Harper's on. How old is Kerry, guys?
14.
Like Kerry's 14. Her parents are farmers.
14.
Can you talk to this person?
Are you a vegan?
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
Okay, so farmers breed animals to make money and to feed people, just like they work the land to make food. Okay, so the difference between by working the land to make food, I assume you mean like plant foods, right? The difference is plants are not victims, right? Animals are. Animals are something called sentient, which means they have an experience of reality. So like they can be considered victims. Like, can you think of a morally relevant difference between like humans like us and say like a pig, a cow, a chicken that would justify, stabbing a pig in the throat and not a human? Like, what do you think is you can eat a plant, right? And they don't suffer. They don't have a desire to live. They don't have anything like that. And an animal does. So that's the difference. You probably work harder than me and provide for more people than I ever have. Okay, it's possible to do hard work and immoral work. Like I'm sure, like people who do horrible things to children, and they work hard doing that, but that doesn't make it ethical, you know. So yeah. Do you have any more questions?
I think what Kane's trying to say is what is legal isn't always moral.
Yeah, and legality follows morality. Like, look at the suffragettes and any other social justice movement. Yeah, to get the women's right to vote, the general public were led to hate them. They were imprisoned. A lot of them died, and they had to go to fairly extreme measures just to be able to be given not even the same amount of rights as a male. So and then the law changed as public perception of that changed. So
then the Tories got in power this year because of women's vote. So yeah, that was a great idea. I reckon take the women's vote off them now. The Tories have been in power for so long now. It's a woman's vote. But yeah, sorry, Kev. I jest. But you're right, mate. And you've got to cause disruption. You know, they threaten. They were going to blow up things. They burnt places down. You're never ever going to get change unless you cause disruption. You upset people. You upset people who are the caretakers of this situation, this way of thinking.
Essentially, what you need to do is put the government in an uncomfortable position, and the only way to do that is to make the voters go sort this out because we're sick.
Yeah.
You work hard to enslave animals. Oh yeah. Does it make it right? What about the victims? Yeah, good question. The real thing. And real thing, I did beat you in the last game yesterday, by the way.
Well, this isn't CDA activism's like social club, right? This is Grumpy Vegan Granddad's like live stream. Kane, man, I tell you, I love him. He's great. I love it. You're gonna take over my shoes.
Wait, does everyone else have a YouTube channel, by the way? Before I don't know how long you're live for. No one else.
I'm gonna have to jump off in a second. I need to dog football before we've got our 8 o'clock show.
Oh really? Yeah, I need to put the bed as well.
Yeah. Wait, you got an 8 o'clock. Wait, you're going back live again at 8 o'clock?
Yeah,
on TikTok.
We don't stop, mate. We don't stop. So who's right? Listen, before you go, Andy, whose channel are you going live on? Is it? Hey, Tommy!
Hey, Tommy.
Hello,
I'm not sure who's hosting, whether it's me, Kev, or Roger. One of the three of us will host it. Feel free to jump on if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Because I know Nelsie's pulled out again, so there's a slot. So feel free to jump on.
I'll probably not host, just because I might be late getting the bed to bed.
She said she'll be in the chat, but she won't be joining us as a guest. Yeah, so
I don't want to join then.
I knew you was going to say that.
If anybody doesn't know, I've got a thing for Nelsie. She
may well be in the chat, so you can woo her, but she's not going to be on camera.
Wait.
Biens. What?
Wait. I thought you were married.
Biens.
I can walk past the shit. I can walk past the sweet shop and look at the sweets. It doesn't mean I'm going to lick them all, does it?
Just because you've got a Van Gogh on the wall doesn't mean you can't appreciate a Picasso every now and then.
Thank you. Oh, this is what I mean. ADHD response, right? To Kev's response is completely different. Right, Andy, listen, thank you for coming on.
It's her fault. Bye, Andy.
I'll speak to you next week, yeah?
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. And cheers, everyone. See you in a bit for joining us at 8 o'clock.
Bye.
I'm going to split as well.
Okay. Bye, the friendly vegan. You're very friendly.
Thanks.
Yeah, you haven't seen that channel.
Yeah. Not so friendly on that. See you later, Pete.
No. See you, Laura.
Thank you.
Bye, the friendly vegan. Bye. Yeah, bye. Yeah, but like you're married. No, actually, it's probably your wife's fault. She should just go vegan, then you wouldn't want to cheat on her because we all know vegan women are the best. And if she was a vegan, yo, tell me the story of you going vegan and the rest of your family not. Like I've not heard the story. Yeah,
me personally, right? Yeah. So basically, I didn't go vegan. I went vegan for health.
Up on this, yeah.
Plant
No,
based.
well,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I went.
Alright.
Yeah, I was the same. I was
went
the
vegan
same.
for health. I was going
Alright.
vegan. In my head, I was going vegan for health, right? So this is why I will
Alright.
not rubbish that attitude, right? I don't like
Mhm.
it being diluted. So basically, what it was, my son is 21 now, yes?
Mhm.
I'm 55,
Mhm.
right? So when he's in his mid-20s, I will be in my 60s. Now, when I was young, right, anybody who was 60 years old looked really, really old. They were hunched over. They looked old. They were limping. They had bone problems. A lot of them,
Yeah.
were dying. Alzheimer's. I thought I do not want to be a burden on my son. So 6 years ago, I started juicing fruits and vegetables and
Right.
drinking the juice, and then I started researching the advantages of the bonus of drinking vegetable juice. What properties each vegetable had. I found out that beetroot had loads of nitrates in it, and it actually increased your athletic performance. I found
Right.
out that carrots actually gave you a tan and help your eyesight.
Mhm.
When they say carrots help you see in the dark, that's actually true, because some of the compounds in carrots actually help your eyes. So it's all true. Parsley is good for your circulation. So I learned all this. So basically, I started juicing. Okay, and
Alright.
then I decided to give up meat just for the weekend. And I had my last meal, which was spaghetti bolognese with a pound of mincemeat. And I was bodybuilding at the time, so I ate this, and that was the last thing I ever ate that was meat. And then I went pescatarian, so I was only eating fish because I was still under the protein myth. And then I watched Dominion. I watched Land of Hope and Glory. I watched Joey Carbstrong. I read a book called Meters for Pussies by a guy called Joe Jordan, who was in a punk band in the 70s, and he was doing Ironman triathlons at age 60. He was doing that, and he was beating kids half his age. So all this combined eventually made me go vegan 6 years
Alright.
ago.
That's
I
like
became-
2017.
Aye.
Yeah. Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
then you went on.
it was that route. It was that road.
Yeah. And then you went on Veganville, didn't you?
Well, I started my acting career pretty much the same time I went vegan. I went vegan first, and then started my acting career a little bit after. And I because I was in the forums, I was seeing stuff like advertisements for TV shows, and yes, I went on Veganville. Yeah.
Yeah. We need a Veganville season 2, right? We should have me, Vegan Gaze, Earthling Aid, and someone else on we need a Veganville series 2. That'd be good.
Don't you want me on this second series?
Well,
No.
you're already on it. You're already on it.
Yeah, I'm too old, aren't I? That's what you're saying, aren't you? I'm too old, aren't I?
Well,
This is
Joey
great beard.
Carlson was up. We don't need Joey Carlson on twice. We don't need. Oh yeah, did you hear Corin Sutton? He's not vegan anymore because he ate a cow. Well, he didn't eat a cow. He bought a cow, like a Big Mac.
No, I didn't. Corinne Sutton's
Yeah, he did.
never. No, Corinne Sutton is vegan, and he will never stop being vegan. And it's a stunt. No way.
I'll send you a video that Lifting Vegan Logic made.
Listen. Right, I've got Corinne Sutton's phone number.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. Lifting Vegan Logic made a video about it. It was a video about like health, right? He bought a Big Mac, and he was like, "Oh no."
Right. I'll ring Corinne Sutton up, right, and I'll tell him that Kane, and I'll give him your mum and dad's phone number.
Well, these aren't my words. Lifting Vegan Logic's words.
Vegan Logic is talking poop, and I'll ring Corinne up tomorrow and ask him about this. And it's probably just some sort of publicity stunt. Are you sure you've got this correct now before I
Well, that's what Lifting Vegan Logic made a video about it, and he didn't actually eat the animal, but he bought the Big Mac, and he was like, "Oh no, I better not eat this because all these bad health effects. You should just eat some plants instead." Then he just threw the Big Mac in the bin.
Are you sure it was a actual Big Mac, or was it a plant-based Big Mac?
Well, that's what I was saying in the comments. Unless he got hacked or something.
Nah, that wasn't Corinne. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it came, definitely.
Well, let me see if I can find the video.
Yeah,
It
see if
was
you
a
can
couple of
find
days
it and
ago.
you can share it over.
All right.
Ready, guys? I'm gonna have to-
Georgie, she's very quiet.
Yeah, I'm always quiet until I have
Yeah.
a drink, and then I'm not as quiet anymore.
Yeah,
Hey.
lean forward. Lean forward.
Cheers.
So tell me about yourself, Georgie.
Okay.
Because you're real. Honestly, you go live. You're a very quiet person. You're a very laid back person, but you go live hell of a lot on TikTok, hell of a lot, and you you really do bring the trolls in for some reason. They love coming to you.
Yeah,
How do you find it?
it's getting a bit more hectic lately. It was always pretty quiet. Yeah, it's a challenge. I enjoy it. When it really is busy, it's difficult to keep up with the comments, you know. So it just sort of gives you a bit of a chance to just blow off a bit of steam, I think.
Yeah.
Like the other
I'm
night.
gonna have to drop out, guys, because this little one needs to go to bed.
No worries, my friend. Listen, thanks
See
for
you
coming on,
soon.
Kev, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kev.
Yeah, awesome. Catch you later.
Bye. Bye.
I wonder if I can get Corinne on the phone. Let's see if I can get him. Right.
Sorry if I'm wrong, but Lifting Vegan Logic made a video about it with all the footage. Unless he can like explain it.
I don't even know what time is it in Miami right now?
Well, isn't that like Eastern Standard Time? So like
Yeah.
14:31.
Oh, right. Hang on a minute then. All right, let's see if he answers. He may not answer. What'll happen now is he won't answer, and then I'll get to bed, and like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll get a phone call from Corinne saying, "What do you want? What's the matter? What did you ring me for?" No, he's not on. He's not answering.
Yeah, well, I swear he made I could have sworn, right? If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I could have I swear Lifting Vegan Logic made a video about Corin Sutton. Right.
Have you found it yet?
No, I swear it was
Curry Harper's causing some friction in this chat, guys. Maybe we should have her on next week.
That would be interesting.
Curry, would you like to come on the chat next week, and you can come and talk to us, and we'll be respectful. Bring your parents on, and we can talk about it. GVG is hitting the Zoomer tank. Wow, who effed your head like that, Curry Harper? Can I come on and chat with Curry? Of course you can, Hand of Hope. And where have you been? You need to answer your phone. Hand of Hope, I need to talk to you, actually. So when this stream ends, you need to ring me. Yeah, she reckons it's humane to slaughter an animal against its will. It's called murder.
It's their will against their will. Animals are not its. They are he, she's, and theys.
Yes, we know this, but oh, mate, I'm only joking. Yeah, but it's a very hard. Right, you know this this guy who these what they called Georgie, pronouns, he, they, them, right? You know how you call people they, them, Kane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know how you call people they, them?
Well, because that we don't know whether
they don't identify with it. I mean, I get it all. I understand it all. They don't identify with a certain sort of. They don't identify with being male or female, right? But do you know what they them means to me as a 55-year-old man? It means more. It means more than one. It means if I was uptown with them, all my friends would ask me, who with, how many people, you know. So it's very hard. And the it thing, Now, I heard someone talking about. Have you heard about this baby being abandoned in the UK, and the parents disappeared, and they finally found the baby in the UK on the news? Someone was on the news.
I heard of that.
Yeah, it was a little baby boy, I
Well,
think, and they were calling that it. Or they found it, and I hope it's not it. You know, it's a very hard thing not to call people it, but I agree with you. Yeah, we shouldn't call animals it.
Yeah.
But it's a hard thing to do, and I don't think, you know, it's such a bad thing for us to do that, is to call people it.
All right. Wait, but do you have like lifting vegan logic in your contacts? Like, cause I've tried DMing lifting vegan logic before to like get him on David Ram's live stream, but wait, have you ever spoken to lifting vegan logic?
Not really, no.
Yeah, well, I swear, yo, I am going mad if I remember LVR making a video about it. Corin Sutton.
Yeah, do it. Do it. I'll get him on you, but you can't make a video about it because your parents don't know what you're up to, and if you make a video about it, then you're gonna get in trouble.
They know that I'm a vegan. They don't know about the IRL activism. They know that they don't know about this. They don't know about this YouTube channel. They know about my previous YouTube channel.
So what you're saying is that your parents don't know.
You don't have to whisper.
Right, hold on a minute. So what you're saying is, right, is that your parents don't know that you're going around spreading like compassion. Shit. What will they do if they find out you're spreading compassion?
I'll be in like big trouble. Yeah, but
oh my god!
Even if I'm
our Kane! Guess what he's doing? He's telling people to stop murdering. He's telling people to stop raping. He's telling people to stop fisting animals on the ass.
But if they find out, then that means I won't be able to go to any more. So then
you're 19. You're 19.
Yeah, but I still live with my parents though. So like, what am I gonna say? Like, what am I gonna do? Until if I moved out, I'd tell them.
I'll get you a shed at Pigs in the Wood. That's an
saying. don't give my exact zip code. I live in West Yorkshire. You don't need to give my exact like address.
Kane or Georgie, you answer this one. Georgie, answer this one for me.
Okay,
I'm sick of hearing Kane's excuses. Can you answer it, or do you want to? Answer
Kerry's. How do sanctuary owners make money?
Yes.
Normally it's through the public's health, through fundraising and doing different sort of charity events. So
it's from people who agree and people who maybe not be vegan, but they see how wrong it is, and they donate money.
Yeah,
they
100%.
donate money.
Yo, can you believe that there's some people who run sanctuaries who still eat the same types of animals that are in the sanctuary? Who are in the sanctuary? Like, yo,
there's people that go to Camp Beagle and they are vehemently against testing on beagles, on dogs, but they still murder sheep, cows, and pigs. So
yeah,
it's something you've got to think about on different levels.
Yeah, I mean, like, why are you not? By the way, why are you not in the Manchester Animal Rights group chat? Right, like that's all vegans in there.
Me personally.
Yeah, why are you not in that group chat? There's like old people in that chat. Like, why are you not?
I do my own thing. I'm ADHD. I don't need. I just do my own thing. I can't
there's
help
people
it.
with ADHD in there. I'm pretty
maybe
sure.
Maybe there is, but I just don't. I find it hard. It's a struggle. You don't understand an ADHD brain, Kane, so you won't understand. Even though I believe you suspect you maybe.
Maybe, I guess, maybe. Like I was just looking it up. I don't know. I'm not diagnosed. I'm gonna look into.
I don't think you are, because you've got consistent logical thought, which I haven't got. I wish I could talk like you sometimes, the way you sort of go through a logical way of thinking. But Georgie is almost certainly ADHD.
I reckon so.
All right, cool. Anyway, what do you do, like, activism wise? You've been very quiet in there. Yeah.
Oh well, I help out a lot with rescue in my local area, so rescuing cats mainly. We foster. We've got our hands full with 6 cats and 1 dog and 2 kids. That keeps you busy.
Haven't you done something amazing though? Haven't you got some news to tell us all? You and Graham. Haven't you just organised something?
Oh,
haven't
no.
you? Haven't you just no? What, Kane?
No, not another one.
Haven't you organised something with a big national sort of charity that does something with animal rights? Could you tell us what you're doing?
Animal Save. We're starting a local one. About 15 minutes from my house, there's a slaughterhouse that specialises in lambs. So that's going to be our targeted place anyway, for now.
Whereabouts do you live? Do you live down south? You sound like whereabouts?
County Meath.
County Meath.
Meath, yeah. Meath.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to get out.
It's Ireland, mate. It's Southern Ireland. She's an incomer from the UK to Ireland.
All right, wait. It's County Meath.
Yeah.
Oh, Ireland. All right. Oh, so where did you grow up? Yeah, because you sound like you're British. Like English.
I grew up near enough to Camden. Only until I was about. I had my 7th birthday here in Ireland. So.
All right. Isn't Camden in like London?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Definitely based on the ex-omnivore. Come on mine next Saturday. You're welcome. I'll put my email in. Just email me, and I'll give you my phone number, and I can send you all the details how to join next week if you want. It'd be great to have you on.
Yeah, Ebio, like I don't even know what you look or sound like. I know you're like 40, like 42 or 43 or something.
What's all this age thing? Talk about people's ages.
But
you're so rude, Kane.
Yeah, Georgie, I reckon. How old are you?
Have a guess.
You're a vegan, so you're probably older than you look. So, I reckon like the mid-30s.
32.
You look about 30. So yeah.
Cool. But listen, guys, it's lovely meeting you, and thank you for having me on, Dan. But I need to go and feed my kids.
Okay. Bye.
Feeding kids is always good, but it's time to end the live now because we're at 1 hour 42. Is Graham still there?
He's still here.
Throw him on for 5 minutes.
There's only one cooking. Hello.
Thanks, guys.
See you later, Georgie. Thanks for coming on.
Bye. See ya.
Hello.
Bye, guys.
So things are getting sorted out. Is Curry coming on?
Yeah, Kerry, come on the live stream. We will have a conversation.
There we go. Next week. Hand of Hope is one of my farm infiltration buddies. He's the guy who's actually he got actually that pissed off. He went and liberated 2 turkeys on his own. I told him not to, but he did. He went and did it. So big kudos to this guy.
A question I have for the people who massive respect, by the way. Right?
This time, Kerry.
What's like? Why don't they just put locks on the doors like the farmers, or just have like guard dogs running around because they don't mind enslaving animals? Have guard dogs running around, at least like burglar alarms or like locks or something.
Money.
Yeah, but like, how much money do they lose when animal rights activists like put out exposed videos? Like,
right. Let me put this to you, Kane. Right, I'll tell you the reason that farmers don't do anything really sort of right. The margins are so tight that it's not a big deal. Okay, they don't. There's not activists every single week going onto farms in the UK and exposing them. It's very few and far between. There's not many of us about. They don't even know they've lost any stock if somebody decided to liberate a couple of the animals. They don't even know. They lose that many from like death from
Yeah.
just like the horrible living conditions that they live in.
Mhm.
It's the only place that is like Fort Knox that is like a gold reserve is the sperm bank.
Oh yeah, Joey Copsham
with
made
the
that
bull
documentary
sperm,
about it. Yeah, wait, he never did a February documentary this year. I'm offended, but go on.
So you're not going to find many farms with great security on them. It's not in their interest. They're not really that bothered.
But sometimes the law do nothing, but a couple of them they shut down. Like occasionally they get shut down. Like why don't they just like everyone's house has a lock? Like they can't afford to lock on the door, just like a chain with a padlock or something. Like
But why would they? Why would they?
Yeah, because like
Because what?
they're gonna get exposed.
How many times has
Like-
anybody walked into your house?
None, because there's a lock. And besides, like they've got no like. Why would they want to break into our house? Like we're not enslaving and well, I'm not enslaving and murdering animals.
Have you got a garden though? Have you got a garden at the back of your house?
Yeah.
Have you got
But
it
we don't-
camera?
we
Have
don't
you got it cameraed up though?
Yeah. There's a
You have?
what our neighbour does.
Yeah, but you haven't got a camera on it. So
We
if
don't
somebody
need one. The neighbour's bear nosy. His camera captures our garden.
So what if somebody walked through your garden? What would it matter? If somebody climbed over your garden wall
because
and
we're
walked
not,
through your garden,
because
what
we're
would
not
it
going to get
matter?
in trouble. We've got nothing to hide. They do.
They haven't got nothing. No, they haven't got anything to hide, though, Kane. That's the point.
Yeah, they do. They got.
No, they don't.
They bash baby animals on the head.
It's legal.
Yeah,
It's legal.
but like sometimes they do illegal. Oftentimes they do illegal stuff. Like they beat
during the
animals for
day
fun.
when they're all
hidden
there on the watch
hidden
out, not at
camera.
night.
A hidden camera in the corner that happens.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen a lot. This is what I mean. It doesn't happen a lot to warrant it. There's no farmers going to spend on security because it's not in their interest. They're not asked. They're not doing anything wrong as far as they're concerned. You know, and it doesn't happen enough. There's not like activists going like every week. There's an activist exposing a farm. How often have you seen farm exposure videos online?
Well,
last year, 2.
Well, at one point I was like looking into it. There was like maybe one every month or so. There was like for all different types of farms, like maybe like a pig farm, maybe a couple pig farms here, a couple egg farms here, a couple chicken farms here. Like it happens like.
But not.
Like,
It's not big. It's not a big thing. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
but-
It's not. They're in like a farmers' WhatsApp group, and they're all going, "Oh fucking hell! We've had 7 activists come and film us this week. Oh, we got filmed that week. We had people on this week."
Yeah,
It
so
doesn't
why
happen.
are they trying to
once
like
a
make
year.
ag laws then? Like why do they make
That's in Canada. That's in Canada because they're trying to protect the industry.
Yeah, but in Britain, didn't the farmers and that say, "Hey, militant vegan activists, they're like infringing on our farm, and we're very scared because they're on private property." Like, what was that about? If they can't even be bothered to put a lock up. Like they make all them campaigns about, oh, don't listen to militant vegans. They've never stepped foot on a dairy farm. Like, look, like why? I don't understand why they don't lock us out of the dairy farm. Then, like, what the hell?
I think it's. Go on, Graham. You go for it.
I'm just wondering why Kane reckons he doesn't have any content. That's about fucking 20 TikTok videos there, in my opinion.
Wait, so I don't spend that much. So that's literally all I have to do. Just get out my phone and just do a little rant. That's all you really have to do for TikTok.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I could do that. That's pretty cool. Yeah,
They pretty do well.
Yeah. Do you have a YouTube channel or anything?
I do, but it's only like four subscribers or.
All right, well, we'll put it in the chat. I'll give you a watch.
No, it's just all potato recipes. Don't watch it.
I actually have we have about 5 minutes. Me and Andy, we did a live there one Sunday about baby meat. We're ending speciesism by farming our own species, consenting mothers.
Yeah.
It was a satirical live, and TikTok didn't like it, so yeah, we got banned.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Oh, very, very quickly, and that's the thing about it, innit? But I don't. It's not happening as much anymore. So I think they may have sort of sorted that out on TikTok. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Yeah, like look how many views that vegan teacher got. Like she got like I should right. I should like make myself even madder than I am now, and I should get on my phone and make TikToks. I'll be people will call me like that vegan teacher's son or something. People call vegan booty, right? That vegan teacher's daughter. Like, no, she isn't. Like,
No, she's not. No, she's not.
yeah.
I mean, vegan teacher she's a great activist. She uses her. She's got it. She knows how to do it. She knows how to sort of like create spectacle, and that's what a lot of this social media stuff is about. Look at the Island Boys. Island Boys. They've got money raking in now. These Island Boys, you know, and it's just knowing how to be a troll on the internet and how to use that trolliness. Is that a word, Graham? Trolliness. Do you reckon that's a word?
Trolliness,
To use
yeah.
use that trolliness to get people, but she passes that message over. Some people hate her, some people love her. I'm indifferent. I think she does a great job for animal rights because of the content and about everything being.
I have my problems with her, but I think overall, like, she's very effective. Like, my sister once told me that everyone in a class, right? This is a couple years ago. So a classroom full of 14-year-olds have all heard of that vegan teacher. Like, that's an achievement. Because, like, you might be thinking, even if I was to grant that all 14-year-olds are stupid, right? Which they're not, but let's just say for a minute that they were. They're not going to be stupid forever, right? What are they going to remember from like some stupid YouTuber like Ablaze? Oh, there's some old lady on TikTok. But what are they going to remember from that vegan teacher about what she said? Animals are being raped and tortured and murdered. That's a good message to give everyone.
Correct.
Listen, guys, I'm going to have to love yous all and leave yous. I need to go help Georgie feed the kids and feed all the rescues as well. So,
well, listen, thank you for joining. I'm going to wrap it up anyway because
Thank
it's
you for
nearly
rescuing animals. Thank you on behalf of the animals.
it's nearly 2 hours now. But thanks for coming on, Graham. It's been a pleasure. Same time next week if you're available. Jump on. Kane, you'll be here next week anyway. But listen, guys, everybody. It's time to wrap this up now anyway. So I want to thank everybody for coming on. Hopefully we might have a farmer's daughter on.
And hopefully next week I'll be at an activist event if I come up with a better lie of why I'm not here all day.
And a tattooist, and we might have Kane, and we've got Graham. But listen, what we're going to say, save the animals.
Save the planet. Save yourselves.
Save yourself.
Cue insanely loud music, right? Yo, that's what your